It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime. Geno Jones Showtime. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It depends where you are watching me from. Yes, this show is global, thanks to YouTube, the Geno Jones Show. And I guess you've kind of figured out by now, hey, that dude, he must be Geno. Yes, how did you know? You were so smart. So I come to you live Monday through Friday, normally, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast, out in Los Angeles, 1:30 p.m. out in Hawaii, and I don't know what time it is in Tokyo, but anyway, about 12, 14 hours ahead of us. So now this Friday, a programming note. The Geno Jones Show is going to come to you 2 hours early, 4:30 Eastern time. Okay, just this Friday only, special time, special start time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. But don't worry, if you're not off work and you're stuck in traffic, and I don't want you looking at your tablet or smartphone, don't worry about it. You can just go to my YouTube channel. That's why you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, share, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. So if you miss me live at 4:30 on Friday, you can catch me when you get home, or you can just binge watch all weekend, pop some popcorn, get your favorite snacks, your favorite beverage, and just binge watch on the Geno Jones Show. So let me start off. I got some good news. So how many folks out there have student loan debt? Somehow, either you have it or someone in your family has it. You have adult children or maybe a spouse, or you have student loan debt. A lot of us. As a matter of fact, 44 million people who have student loan debt just got $10,000, $10K, knocked out of there. You're out of here. $10K off the books, thanks to President Joe Biden. Yes, you can bring me back on camera. Thank you there, gremlins. So President Biden announced today that anyone making, now here's the deal. Any individual, so like if you're single, and if you're making under $125,000 a year, or if you are a family, and maybe you and your wife, you and your spouse, husband, you guys file like together. So if your household income is less than $250,000 a year, yes, you qualify to get up to $10,000 of federal student loan debt canceled. And if you received Pell Grants, and I know a lot of us did, you'll get up to $20,000 in that student debt canceled. Out of here. Now, some folks are very happy. Some folks are hating. Well, I didn't have no student loan debt, and I paid mine off. Then good. We're happy for you. Be happy without hating on other people. Be happy for people. Jesus Christ, we're in such a society where we just hate on each other and ourselves. Thank you. So once again, anyone making under $125,000 a year, and if you got student loan debt, federal student loan debt, $10,000 up to $10,000, canceled off the books. And families filing, I guess if you just a family household income. So no matter how you file, if the family income is under $250,000, anyone in that family has got student debt, you'll get that canceled up to $10,000. And once again, if you had received a Pell Grant, you can get up to $20,000 of that Pell Grant student debt canceled, knocked off the books. And now I was saying that some folks are happy, some folks are hating. Once again, listen, if you didn't need student loan debt, if you were fortunate or blessed, you were born into a family that had the money, or whatever you did, or you got a scholarship, or you had to work through college, then, but don't hate on other people. Everybody wasn't as fortunate. Everybody did not necessarily receive the blessings or the privilege or the benefit that you had. So don't hate on folks who were not as fortunate, not as blessed as you are. Be happy for them. Because that $10,000 of student loan debt canceling is not coming out of your pocket. No, it's not. Okay? Well, the taxpayers, shut up. I didn't hear peep out of you when Orange Hitler gave these billionaires and these corporations huge tax breaks. You had several companies in America, billion profit. I'm not talking about what they made. I'm talking about what they cleared. They cleared. Their profit was in the billions. Man, these energy companies were this year alone, they were clearing, after taxes, they were clearing several $1 billion a quarter. It's like every 3 months. You get 4 quarters in a year. 4 times 3 is 12 months. They were making several $1 billion, $7-8 billion in a quarter, in 3 months. And a lot of these companies weren't paying zero in taxes. So miss me with hating on somebody that's making $75,000 a year or $50,000 a year, and they've had a student loan debt for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. It's just 10,000. That's just the beginning. There's a lot of folks that had debt for 15, 20 plus years. Still owe 50, 60, 70, 80, in some cases, $100,000. So the $10,000, it isn't much, but it's a start. And President Joe Biden, he promised that. Now, I know you're saying, well, wait a minute. Well, we need more. Well, listen. If Orange Hitler was in there, you wouldn't get anything. A, one, and B, here's a civics lesson. Political Science 101 on the Geno Jones Show. If the $10,000 is like, okay, all right, I'll take it, but I need more, then guess what? Then you and 25 people that you know, make sure you get out and vote in November. Take them with you. Like I said, rent the party bus. Tell the pastor to use the church bus where y'all go back and forth taking people to the poll. Check your voter registration status now, like today, like go online right now and check whatever county that you live in, check your voter registration status because folks are playing games. And you have some states like Georgia where people can just randomly, out of state, randomly pick your name because these folks know like the zip codes where the majority of the black folks live, and they'll just go and start randomly challenging people that live in these communities, in these zip codes. Oh, listen, man, look, they're writing laws. So it'll be like they're trying to do it legally now because they tried storming the Capitol. That didn't work. So they tried a violent takeover and coup. That didn't work. So it's like, okay, we got to figure out another way to do it. Okay, let's pass laws and let's do things like we can kick these Negroes. So when you hear about, I'm running on voter integrity, let me translate what voter integrity actually means. When you hear somebody say, well, I'm gonna run on the platform of voter integrity because there's cheating. The translation is too many of you black folks and you brown folks and you Asian folks and gays and lesbians and students and elderly people, but especially you darkies, you black and brown folks, too many of you all are voting. And we don't want you all to have any power. So we got to make up some stuff. We got to try to come up with a slick way to not intimidate you or kick you off the voting rolls and not let you know. So when you get ready to go voting, you say, you show your ID and they say, well, we don't see your name. You're not registered to vote. And you're like, wait a minute. I've been living at this same address for 10 years, for 25 years. What the hell do you mean I'm not registered to vote? As my grandfather said, they'll try to put you in the trick bag. Put you in that trick bag, tie that knot, pull it tight. Don't get caught in the trick bag. check your voter registration status. Because guess what? Can you imagine if President Biden had, two more Democrats who would work with him? You wouldn't have to worry about Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. You could just tell them to kick rocks and let them do what they want to do. We don't need you. Got to understand, I'm trying to put it right here, eye level, street level, where my grandfather and Joe Madison used to say where the ghost can get it. I'm going to put it right here. I ain't going to put it up on the shelf. I'm going to put it right here. Like if you play baseball, they say, all right, put the ball, pitch it, throw it right here, right, straight, no chaser, right down the middle. So check your voter registration status. Follow up. You can, I guess, whitehouse.gov, give them a call, get some more information. But that was a promise. And a lot of folks would complain, well, man, he got to cancel debt. And there's still some folks complaining because it wasn't enough. It's a start. Okay? You can't get everything all at once. And if you want to get more, then that means we got to do more. Then you've got to put people in office, starting in your local districts, school board, mayors, council people, your state legislatures, your state senators, your state representatives, in your local state, your governors, because they really trying to rig the game. So you got to start locally first. Make sure you get your ass out there and vote. Or some of you all need to run for office yourself. Shout out to a young man, I cannot remember his name. So he is going to be the youngest member of the United States Congress. He's 25 years old. So he is running to take the seat of Val Demings. Val Demings, she won the Democratic nomination for the U.S. Senate. So she's going to run against little Marco Rubio to be the next U.S. Senator out of the state of Florida. And shout out to State Representative Crystal Matthews, who's running to be the next U.S. Senator here in South Carolina. So can you imagine? We've got Val Demings in the Senate, Crystal Matthews from South Carolina in the Senate. You got a sister that was a former state Supreme Court judge, Cheryl Beasley in North Carolina. We got Charles Booker in Kentucky. You got Brother Mandela Barnes, who's looking real good up in Wisconsin. You got Gary Chambers Jr. in Louisiana. And we got Brother Reverend Dr. Raphael Warnock running up against that dumbass Herschel Walker. Dude, you an embarrassment, Herschel. Man, come on, dude. I'm not going to waste any time talking about this clown. Yeah, I'm name calling. I'm calling it what it is. Sometimes you just got to call something what it is. And if you look like a clown, act like a clown, sound like a clown, and do clown-like things, then your ass is a clown. What else am I going to call you? I'm going to call you what you are. I'm going to call you what you are displaying, what your actions and behavior is showing to everybody. So, good first step, $10,000 student debt canceled. Get more people like Val Demings, Mandela Barnes, Crystal Matthews, Charles Booker, Gary Chambers Jr., Mandela Barnes, even the dude John Fetterman up in Pennsylvania. Yes, he is problematic. Yeah, he's got some issues on some levels. But Dr. Oz? Nah. It's a binary choice. Two options. The MAGA crazy that wants to destroy democracy and create a dictatorship for Orange Hitler and to take away all of your rights. They've already taken away the rights of women to decide and determine what to do with their own bodies. Even right here in South Carolina, Governor Foghorn Leghorn, AKA Governor McMaster. So you already, basically abortion is legal at like conception, as they say, here, I believe here in South Carolina. It's virtually illegal, but that's not enough. So Governor McMaster here in South Carolina wants to make it illegal under any circumstance. So if you had a 10-year-old child that was raped, the victim of incest, oh, too bad. Then she got to have a baby. I heard one politician, a woman up in Michigan running for governor, said that if a 10-year-old child gets pregnant, make her have the baby. That'll be good for her. I could say it, but B, have you lost your mind and you are a woman and you would say that? If that was your daughter and God forbid she was a victim of rape at 10 or incest, you would say to that child of yours, that 10-year-old baby, already traumatized from being a victim of such a horrible, heinous, inhuman crime, to have this child, have a child, and somehow that would be good for her? Good for her how? Some of y'all ask, this is crazy. That's the kind of people that are trying to take over local, state, federal governments. I keep saying it, and I know you all say, come on, G, you just tripping, dude. You just go too damn far. No, they can't go far enough. There's no such thing as going too far. They have taken away the rights of 52% of the people in this country. Women make up 52% of the population in America. Half the country, they just said, nah, we don't trust you. You don't really know what to do with your body. We will determine, because too many of you all, i.e. white women, y'all ain't having enough babies. And then a lot of the ones that y'all are having these babies by these Negroes, you're diluting the white race. Oh no, that's real talk. I ain't being funny. I ain't joking. This stuff has been said. You can find it on social media. That's just real talk. Ain't having enough white babies. What they say in 2035, 2040, the majority of this country is going to be non-white. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh, they're going to kill us and lynch us. Oh, they're going to rape us. No, because we ain't like you. There's no history of that. Once again, I will cite South Africa as an example. After decades of apartheid, which was basically Jim Crow in South Africa. Black people had no rights. Black people could be murdered, raped, and killed without any consequences. And when that system of oppression and hate and bigotry and racism, when it finally ended, late 80s, early 90s, I don't have it in front of me, and Nelson Mandela, who had been in prison for 27 years fighting apartheid, trying to get the freedom. Now keep in mind, the black people in South Africa, they were the majority. These white Afrikaners from up, the Dutch came down, migrated to South Africa and just took over. So when apartheid was ended, did the black people go on killing and murdering and raping sprees? No. You know what they did? They sat down with the folks that oppressed them and called them all kind of horrible names and passed laws and victims of police brutality and just random hateful hate crimes and killing and murdering of innocent black men, women, and children. You know what the black people in South Africa did? They sat down and came up with something called Truth and Reconciliation. Let's talk about it. We're going to forgive you, but we want to tell you how you made us feel. They better than me. Because if you hate me, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. My grandmother had a saying, I can love you or not love you or not deal with you, or I can handle you with she called a long-handled spoon. That means that she could deal with you from a distance. She would keep you far away. Close enough where she can keep an eye on you, far enough to where you couldn't affect her in any kind of negative way or harm her. That's real talk. So Let's talk about Diddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs. There's been a lot of talk here on the show talking about, so Diddy was on Instagram talking about, oh, R&B is dead and it ain't, man, it need to make you, dude, if you're a man, it need to make you, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You need to make it, and if you're a woman, it just need to make you just, whoa, like the ocean. Now keep in mind, in case you didn't know, I wonder did this statement that Diddy had to say have anything to do with he's coming out with a new album? And maybe he figured, let me say something to generate a buzz and get people to talking about me and my music. Because then he came, several days later, I meant no disrespect. But folks have been coming for Diddy. It's like, hold on, partner. First of all, you say R&B is dead. You got a brand new R&B song. Is that song dead? You become a billionaire off R&B. You wouldn't have no hip hop hits. I love Biggie, but Biggie wouldn't have no hits without the Isley Brothers samples and all the other R&B music that he sampled, that Diddy sampled for Biggie on his cuts. And I love Biggie. I'm down, and I loved everything he made. Once again, I've said it before. 70s was the greatest era in music. The 70s was the only era to where that music, 20 years later, had as much, if not more, of an impact in the 90s as it did in the 70s. You had beats from two separate decades. And you took some beats, and 20 years later, you recycled them and put them up underneath some lyrics, and they sounded just as good and created even bigger hits. So you wouldn't have hip hop. As a matter of fact, let me quote my good man Usher, because Usher heard that. He said, well, wait, hold on, Diddy. Somebody hold my microphone. Usher said, he sounds nuts. I'm quoting. Usher said, what did Diddy say? He said, he sounds nuts, especially knowing that you, Diddy, were a pioneer and you benefited off of R&B. Then Usher went on to say, it is blasphemous. Let me repeat that again. Oh, Lord, I feel like the pastor. Usher, good brother Usher said it is blasphemous. Blasphemous, as some preachers would say. You were blasphemous. Someone else should almost cut your tongue out for what you said. To hear people say anything negative, especially you hip-hop cats, because, finishing the quote, I'd kind of ad-libbed the whole preacher, the good reverend there, that was just my interpolation, just kind of remixed it. But Usher, in closing, and when he was talking about it, he said, and I quote, there would be no hip-hop without R&B. Facts. Where's the lie? In that statement, where's the lie? Take the R&B samples from everything on both of Biggie's album, all the stuff that Diddy did, you name it, Mary, you wouldn't have the hits like you had it. The R&B is the heartbeat, the soul, the spirit. They gave hip-hop life, and that's no disrespect to hip-hop. Hip-hop was fun, and that was the beauty in it, where the evolution of the genius of black music and the creativity and genius of us as black people, where you had some young brothers and sisters that had been listening to their mom and dads and aunts and uncles records, and was like, I like these beats. Okay, wait, hold on. I got some bars. I can spit, I got flow. So let me take some verses. I've been in the studio right now. I'm gonna do it off the dome. I got a couple verses. Let me go ahead and rap these verses underneath these beats. And look what they created. Come on. And now, Oh my God. I'm not even talking about, like I did the other day, Babyface on line one for you, Diddy. Babyface and Charlie Wilson and Mary J. Blige, Maxwell and Silk Sonic. My man Larry D, Larry Dotson from the Barcades, Larry D. And who else is there? Ronald Isley, who's hooked up with Beyonce and Janet Jackson and Beyonce. And the young sisters and brothers. Well, I got my man Tank. Shout out to my man Tank. And the sisters, young sisters doing their thing, killing the R&B game. Their version, 2022 version, from Jasmine Sullivan to Summer Walker to R.A. Lennox to her. Come on, stop playing. To Lotto, even Lizzo. Come on, y'all. Okay, it's poppy, it's R&B. Come on. You want to do this? You really want to have this conversation, Diddy? I need, first of all, before we had this conversation, I'm going to need you to put the Ciroc down. Because you done had one too many hits of this Ciroc. Because it got you, as Usher said, you sound nuts saying R&B is dead. But I got love for you. And look, your new hit, get in your bag, stay in your bag. Get in your bag, stay in your bag. With Bryson Tiller, another young brother, killing the R&B game for his generation. Come on, man, stop. I know, you just wanted us to look up. You just wanted us to, no, you just wanted to let us know that you was out here. Oh, by the way, you got a new album coming out soon. I'm looking forward to hearing it. So, before I get out of here, happy birthday to a very talented sister. She is brilliant filmmaker. She's an award-winning director. If you saw the movie Selma, she directed that. Great movie. She directed like a series. It was on, I believe, Netflix. When They See Us. Ava DuVernay, repping Long Beach, California. Shout out. Was it 310 in Long Beach? Ava DuVernay, the big 5-0, the big nickel. Happy 50th to Ava DuVernay. Reggie Miller, Pro Basketball Hall of Famer, Indiana Pacer, legendary Indiana Pacer. For me, up until Steph Curry just came in the game, to me, Reggie Miller was the greatest shooter I have ever seen until I saw Steph Curry. Then Steph is just on another level. But Reggie Miller was a bad man. And he was one of the few people that was not afraid of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan could not punk Reggie Miller. Reggie with his little skinny ass, he's like, hey man, what you ain't gonna do? I remember one game when Mike had his hands and trying to choke Reg, and Reg was going right back at him. He said, no man, what you not gonna do? Okay, now you can mess around if you want to, and you can go ahead and get this 30-footer in your face. Reggie Miller is 57 today. Happy birthday, Reggie. And my man, Dave Chappelle, one of the funniest people ever, just walked this earth. Dave Chappelle, 49. All right, Dave. You almost there. Come on. Come on to the 50 club. Come on. And the water's warm. And it's deep, too. Happy 49th birthday. All right, shout out to everybody. Got a lot of folks. I appreciate everybody watching me live. Shout out to my man Groove Master Dre. Dre, I was going to get you on to talk about it, but as you see with President Biden, so I'm going to bring you, Sean Dobie. We're going to finish this conversation about music, and then we were talking about Beyonce's album. Hello to my number one fan. Thank you, Mother. Thank you for everything. Thank you for just being the wind beneath my wings. I love you more than life itself. Words cannot describe, but you know how I feel about you. And love to everybody else that's watching the show. Feel free if you're watching me live. If you got a comment, a question on, if you want to come for me, like I say, if you want to come for me, come on. But just understand, if I didn't send for you and you try to come for me, I'm going to send you back where you came from. How about that? Thank you for letting me. Oh, before I do that, I got to shout out my man Marcus Allen. Listen, Marcus Allen, new artist. I'm just telling you now. He was a guest on the show about 6-7 weeks ago. He's got a new single called Slide. He's got like a whole new album that is amazing, but Slide is really rising on the charts. We're playing it on my radio station, Star 99.7. You can listen to the Geno Show, the radio show, #1 in the city. Again, still 17 years running. Thank you to everybody here in the Charleston Metro for supporting me as long as you have. But you can listen online. You don't have to be here. You can download the TuneIn app or just type in star997.com. That's the website. And you can pull up, there's like a link where you can listen live. We have an app. Just find it at 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. That's Eastern time. You can check out. So anyway, we've been playing his new song called Slide. We're last night here in the Charleston Metro, Charleston, South Carolina Metro. He shot the video for Slide. And I'm just going to say, the video is supposed to come out in a couple of weeks. And when it comes out, we're going to debut it here because you will see somebody you know and love. Maybe not. You'll see your man with a cameo appearance. No, I didn't say cameos in the video. I said yours truly, your man, is got a cameo appearance in the video. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. And we're going to have Marcus Allen talking about his new single, his new album. He's already doing some touring. So excited to have him come back and tell you all about that. Now, thank you, and you. Thank you for watching the Geno Jones Show. God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check him out on Instagram. I guess I need some water, right? Kel be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, the drip director. She's the official stylist, wardrobe consultant for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her out on Instagram. Lexi, no, actually, it's L like Lexi, X like extra, dot, N like Nancy, C like Charlie, L like Larry, underscore. Underscore is a little dash at the bottom. So that's LX.NCL underscore. And shout out to Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant, stylist, rocking some Mario Uomo gear right here. Nice little Mario Uomo summer black linen suit. Always killing the game, Bruce Gage. You can check him out on Instagram, Miglio di Mario Uomo. Now, that's an Italian name, so it's Migliodi. You know, it's pronounced Miglio D, but it's D is the, like I is pronounced with an E. Don't know. I don't speak Italian. Miglio di Mario, Mario Uomo. That's Migliodi. Mario Uomo. Mario Uomo. The U is like wah. Got a wah sound. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be tomorrow. Got a new artist, Jay Hayden. Looking forward to having him on the show. He's got a new single. Going to let him tell his story of success and how he got here and his new music and anything else that he's working on. So we'll see you. And remember, programming note, Friday, the Geno Jones Show, special earlier start time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, live this Friday. I love each and every one of you. I really do. And in closing, as always, I want to say, please be blessed. Let's pray for peace. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.